again. Thank you, Barry, for coming and doing this interview with me and
Happy to.
giving some of your time.
Happy to.
Before we begin, do I have your permission to record this conversation for academic purposes?
Certainly.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. Barry, can you share your career journey and what led you to become a partner at Canon Company?
Oh my goodness. So my career journey, I originally wanted to be an engineer, but then was going to be drafted, so I enlisted in the U.S. Navy in 1973. Came back, finished up my undergraduate education in 1977 at Western Carolina University, and went to work for Pete Marwick Mitchell, a company that's now KPMG in Greenville, South Carolina. Came back to North Carolina, went to work for Canon Company for a while, then went to work for Inagon Insurance. Then in 1985 set up my business here in King as Amburn and Associates.
Okay.
And then in 1998 merged into Canon Company.
Oh, okay. All right. And what do you consider your greatest professional achievement in accounting or tax advisory or your career in general?
Okay. I can't point to one specific. It's kind of a cumulative effect of being able to help folks live better lives through paying less taxes and invest in more recent times, since 2001, becoming involved in their investment lives and being able to help them to live a better life than they would have been able to without having good investment strategies.
Okay. What motivated you to take the step towards that?
Interesting story. 2007-ish, we had one full-time financial planner on staff at Canon Wealth Management, and he got tired of dealing with CPAs that didn't really necessarily want to be financial advisors, so he left to take a position in Phoenix, Arizona, and we did not have sufficient revenue to support hiring someone else that did not have their book of business, so I kind of took over and kept Canon Wealth Management going to where it is today, and today we are a very successful wealth management firm. From a struggling wealth management firm to a quite successful one with 4 partners and 4 other staff members.
Okay. All right. So let's see. How do you demonstrate empathy and listening when working with clients or mentoring staff?
Okay. The key to success in any endeavor is establishing a connection with your clients and with your staff, and you do that through active listening, not just sitting back with your arms crossed, hearing what they say. There's a difference between hearing and listening. Listening involves being active in the conversation while you're listening.
Like a give and take,
yeah, a give and take, but more than that, just making sure that they understand that you're engaged in the conversation and not just looking for your next reaction to what they have to say.
I can see that. I've worked at places where it felt like they were just there just to check off the box and move on to the next, so it was like it didn't matter, but that's really good. Yeah,
there are box checkers and there are leaders.
Exactly. In what ways have you built a sense of community within Canon Company and with your clients?
Okay. 2 very different communities, Canon Company and Canon Wealth Management. As businesses, you have to make sure that you're concentrated on being successful in the business so that people can count on having their job the next day. Especially since COVID and the tariffs and the shutdown and the other things that have hit, it's been there's been a lot of uncertainty. So being able to allow people to feel a sense of confidence that they will have a job tomorrow and that you do have their best interests in heart, and that actually goes for work with clients as well. Making sure that my needs are in second place or third place even, and that the client's need or the employee's needs is foremost.
Mm-hmm.
And the balancing act that goes on in making sure that you balance the need of one client or one employee against the need of all your clients and all your employees and the greater overall good of the business, it's tricky.
Oh, yeah.
And it can be very stressful.
Yeah, because like you said, it's uncertainty, even then that reflects in the stock market too.
Mm-hmm.
So trying to, balance the business, making sure the employees are taken care of, and the clients, it's a lot.
It's hard. It's not easy.
Yeah. Can you give an example of how stewardship has guided your decisions?
So I'm 72, I'll be 73 next March, and it would have been very easy to retire a few years back, but I felt like it was in my client's best interest and in my employees' best interest for me to hang around to keep the continuity here.
Mm-hmm.
And so far, I've got a lot of validation of that. So I think that kind of stewardship, what I hope and what I trust is that one way of putting my needs behind somebody else's needs shows itself as a form of stewardship.
I would say so, yeah. Let's see. We answered that pretty well. What has been one of the most difficult challenges you've faced in your leadership role, and how did you approach it?
So there's two different answers to that. One with the CPA practice, Canon Company, in 1990-ish, could have been the late 80s, no, probably in the early 90s. I had a young man that worked with me that I brought up in the business, and he became part owner in the firm. He and his wife had their first child, and he decided that the hours that went into being a partner in a CPA firm in tax season did not coincide real well with being a good parent.
Mm-hmm.
So he decided to take a job that had more predictable hours, and that was a very difficult time for me, trying to figure out how to keep the business going.
Mm-hmm.
And it was successful, so everything worked well. And he actually came back, and he's now a partner with Canon Company again.
Okay.
Then in Canon Wealth, I talked a moment ago about the financial planner that left,
Mm-hmm.
and having to go in and I guess shoulder the load is a adequate term to use. Being able to keep the company going while we reestablished the clients, because he took probably half of the clients with him when he left. He brought them with him when he came, so he took them with him. Him with him when he left.
And he left to Phoenix?
Yeah, he left to go to Phoenix, but he was handling those clients remotely.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Which is the way a lot of things go. I have clients today. I have a lady that I've worked with for a long time. She's in San Diego. Another one of my clients for many, many, many years is in Arlington, Virginia.
Okay.
Spokane, Washington, Portland, Oregon, etc. So
I mean, that goes to show, like the relationship you've built, that they've even continued on even though they've left the state and the town. And
it's all about relationships. That's both of the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
I think Mother Teresa said that people will never care how much you know until they know how much you care, and I've found that to be true in my personal and professional life.
What strategies do you use to help employees recover from setbacks or to avoid burning out?
Trying to help people, trying to provide a sense of objectivity. When you're in the middle of a setback, it's hard to believe that the sun's going to come up tomorrow, but it will.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to believe that the things you're going through are not unique to you, but usually they're not. And time will heal most things, but you have to be patient, you have to be persistent, you have to be disciplined, and that doesn't come naturally to a lot of folks. So persistence and discipline is probably the best two tools that I use in helping people get over hardships.
And I know that we've experienced that with with Mike and Tracy. So yeah, that's
That was hard.
yeah. I couldn't imagine that. Which sources of influence do you rely on most when leading your team?
Empathy, fairness, trust, technical expertise. AI can give you technical answers,
Yeah.
but AI has never felt what you feel when you're going through a hard time.
Mm-hmm. Yep. AI can do a lot of things, but it will never be human.
Nope.
Nope.
Never be a shoulder to cry on.
That's for sure. Or understanding in an empathetic way. All right. What do you see as Canon Company's mission, and how does your leadership align with it?
So the mission of Canon Company is to lead our clients with confidence in uncertain times.
Mm-hmm.
How does my leadership align with it? On the wall behind you, there's a saying, protect the downside and the upside will take care of itself. Some people don't necessarily give enough respect to risk and the role that it takes in your life,
Mm-hmm.
and trying to mitigate those risks. But Jim Seniff, the guy, he was president of CNL Realty. He invited myself and my teammates up to his farm outside of Asheville, and that was one of his catchphrases: "Protect the downside, and the upside will take care of itself." It's not what you make; it's what you keep.
Exactly. Yep. Um, I've heard a quote before about it's not how much you can win, it's how much you could lose.
Good point.
Yeah. So, but again, there's risk with everything, but to mitigate as much as possible the downside to it.
Exactly. Mitigate risk.
Exactly.
Make sure that it doesn't destroy you.
Mm-hmm.
Can't keep it from harming you, but you can keep it from destroying you.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good quote too. How do you encourage innovation or proactive thinking in a field that often seems as risk averse?
A book that I read that gave me the courage to take over when my colleague left for Phoenix
Mm-hmm.
was called Failing Forward by John Maxwell. And he went through a lot of stories about people that had failed numerous times and then succeeded. I think it was Thomas Edison, when asked how he dealt with failure, said, "No, it's not that I failed 1,000 times in building a light bulb, it's I found 1,000 ways that did not work on my road to building the light bulb."
Mm-hmm.
And that among other things in Failing Forward gave me the confidence I needed to understand that failure is not fatal.
Yeah. Sure. Can you share an example of when autonomy or initiative from your team led to a positive outcome for the firm or clients?
Autonomy or initiative from your team led to a positive outcome for the firm or clients. When did Richard die? Richard Tamer was one of my partners, and in the early 2000s, probably about 2010, 2012, somewhere in there, he died.
Mm-hmm.
Young man, died of a heart attack.
Mm.
And it took a lot of initiative from a lot of different people to help the firm, to prevent the firm from collapsing.
Mm.
And I guess that's probably the best example I can think of.
So basically, it's like you looked out for them, so they made sure to look out for you.
I think it was a mutual thing, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
Okay. Let's see. What two leadership attributes do you believe are most essential for success in accounting and taxes?
Leadership attributes: the ability to listen actively,
Mm-hmm.
not passively, and the ability to accept that no is not the end of something. It may be the end of one path, but you have to redirect yourself to another path when you encounter no. Being able to accept no. A good friend of mine helped me understand something a few years ago that helped me not to take no so personally. And what he told me was that, okay, some will and some won't. Who's next? Move on. Don't let it stop you.
Yep. Okay. What advice would you give to someone aspiring to become a leader in the professional services?
Know what you don't know. Understand that nobody has all the answers. If they tell you they have all the answers, you need to be talking to somebody else, because they're lying to you. And I will not abide liars.
Yeah.
I won't abide someone that lies to me or steals from me. I can abide many other things, but not that. So be honest, be transparent, and know that neither you nor anybody else has all the answers. You can always learn from somebody, whether it's the person that comes in and cleans the building, whether it's the person that comes in to repair your toilet, whether it's the person that comes in to fix your roof. Doesn't matter. You can learn something from everybody you meet.
Okay. All right, well, let's wrap this up.
You have someone wanting your attention, I believe.
Well, again, this was fantastic. Thank you for sharing your experiences and insights. I mean, I learned more about you than I have over the past 20 years.
It's been a while.
So
your mom has been very much a huge linchpin to this team. She is my right arm.
I appreciate it, son.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Good to see you, Jacob.